Welcome. In front of me is a Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 8, and today I will show you how you can capture a screenshot on this device. So before I actually get started with the screenshot, I do want to quickly mention I'll be showing you how to do this, but I also want to mention that you might sometimes encounter cases where you won't be able to do this, and hell, you might be even watching this video because of that reason. I'll be getting into what is happening and why that is happening later on after I show how to do this, so we can just kind of go smoothly from there. So anyway, let's get started right now. To start off, you will want to open up content that you wish to capture. So if I want to capture this home screen, it needs to be visible. So you know, if on that screenshot I want to have visible the Chrome browser, it just needs to be open right now, visible on the screen, and when it is, press the power button and volume down simultaneously. You get a flash along with a pop-up at the bottom with edit, tag, share, and lens along with text detection. And this does disappear on its own. Now you can get rid of this a little bit faster, by just clicking on the back, and it just, gets it out of the way. Now, once you capture screenshots, you can find all of them in your gallery application or photos, whichever one you want to use. I personally prefer gallery. That's the Samsung one, and I just find it to be a bit better than Google. Now, in here, you'll be able to find your screenshots in the Pictures tab, as you can see right here. But if you're trying to find your screenshots later on down the line, I will tell you it's much easier to go into Albums, and from here, look for album called Screenshots. Sometimes you might not see it. If you don't, you can click right here where it says View All, and this will show you all the albums. And here's a screenshot one with 3 screenshots in here, and 2 of them that I have captured just a moment ago. So that is how you capture your screenshots. Now, going to what I was mentioning, that you might sometimes encounter places where you won't be able to capture screenshots. We do have one of those applications right here. But I first want to talk about it. So what this is basically a feature designed for privacy and security of the user. It prevents anything from being able to utilize screenshots and screen recordings to protect your privacy. So if you were to have some kind of, unfortunately, malware on your device at any point that is trying to use those screenshots or screen recordings, and you're accessing your bank application, putting your pins in there to log in, that kind of malware could normally see it in this case and just send it to themselves so they can log into your bank application from their end. But because this feature exists, when such a malware tries to capture a screenshot or record screen, it basically gets them absolutely nothing. For screen recordings, it's just a straight up black screen. For screenshots, it's just straight up blocked. It cannot do this. So that's one thing that is good. Now, additionally, if you're usually trying to capture something like your bank, you're probably trying to capture a confirmation of a payment. And in this case, you don't even need screenshots. You can open up that specific transaction that you're trying to capture. And when you have it open, say that this is the transaction. It's just a screenshot, but let's just assume that this is the page in the bank. You will usually find 3 dots somewhere in the top right corner. And when you click on them, it will give you a list of options. One of them being an ability to download a confirmation of that payment. It will download a PDF file, and at that point, you don't need to capture a screenshot. Okay, now you'll also encounter this in piece of shit applications such as, for instance, this garbage, which comes pre-installed with this device, and I am not logged into it. And yet it has the audacity to block it without ever even asking for consent. This isn't the only application, and I find it absolutely moronic that a Spotify application has the audacity to block me, and they're not doing it to protect me. Let's get this straight out of the way. They're doing this to protect themselves from piracy, which is absolutely peak cinema, considering these fuckheads started off the business of Spotify by literally pirating the entire goddamn internet of music. And so rules for thee but not for me, huh? Is that what it is? Fuck you. So for this reason, I will tell you that you can just absolutely get rid of this piece of shit. There we go. For people that actually want to, listen to music, you have several different ways. For instance, you have Metro List. Metro List is basically, I believe, for YouTube, but you can try looking for re followed by advanced Spotify. I can thank me later. Screw Netflix. Anyway, but for purposes of capturing something like that, for music, just use YouTube. YouTube has the same music, yet it doesn't have the same stick up their ass to block you when they were that something about Spotify literally pirating music and then having the audacity to block you from trying to do this is just peak to me. Something that just like pisses me off about it. But anyway, we have other options that will also do this quite frequently, almost all the time, which is, for instance, streaming platforms that do movies and shows like Netflix, HBO, and so on. So these do it for the same reason, to prevent you from pirating their content, but they're completely removing the ability for you to utilize this ability called fair use. It exists for a goddamn reason, and it's not so it's taken away from you. And because it is, I'm going to be showing you how you can still utilize this legal right that you have to capture screenshots and record screen of movies or shows that you want. And for this, we'll be using browser, but you don't need to use browser. I'll be getting into other options as well. But this one is kind of like the most versatile, that you don't need to download anything and it just works. So what we can search for specifically in Google search, because it gives us Reddit results, is DP stream MOV alternatives. Now, the name of the site might have been unfortunate. That site is no longer in operation, potentially because I was showing it, I don't know. But it doesn't really matter, because what we're looking for is Reddit results, and would you look at that, there it is. And in the Reddit results, you can see we have some links in here to different sites that basically do the same thing. Now, I don't know if any of them actually work. It honestly doesn't really matter that much, as you can go to a four-letter website.net, like one that is visible in some places, and in there you'll find an entire catalog list of all these sites and alternative domains that they have, making it super easy to find one that works best for you. So that's one. And another thing here, like I said, it's a small list of things we have. You can find a bigger one on some of those sites, like I mentioned. You can also do other searches, like free alternatives to Netflix or any other streaming platform name that you want to utilize, or for instance, alternatives to CloudStream or alternatives to Popcorn Time. Those used to be websites. Not websites, applications that basically did the same thing. And we can go in here and view any of this content on one of these sites. And because it is running to a browser instead of the application, browser doesn't block screenshots nor screen recording, so whatever content you will open here cannot change that. So that's why one of the reasons why you can do this here. But I do want to quickly mention, we are in a subreddit called r/piracy, so I do want to talk about the legality of this. So you do have the ability to utilize your fair use, right, which would allow you to capture something and share it. But for screenshots, it's just fine. For screen recordings, I believe it's limited up to 30 seconds. I would recommend you check it out. That's number one. Number two portion is that piracy covers not only sharing copyrighted content, but also viewing. So sharing copyrighted content would fall under piracy if you're sharing something that is over 30 seconds, by the way. Okay, so viewing also covers that, but viewing covers it if you shouldn't have the right to. So let's say you have a subscription to Netflix and you want to capture a Stranger Things clip that you can share with your friends, below 30 seconds to follow the letter of the law. If you're paying that subscription to Netflix and you go here, you should technically be completely fine, as far as I understand this. If you don't have a subscription and you go here, that would be automatically already considered piracy, without even needing to capture anything. Now, this is when you go in here, it's as equivalent as you doing the Google search of watch online free or something along those lines. So chances are that you're never going to be found anyways. And additionally, if you feel a little bit woozy, you can use some kind of VPNs, or alternatively, I don't know if this works exactly, if it will let you do this, but in Play Store, let me just find it. Where the hell is the Play Store? Am I blind? Oh, I know why I can't find it. Right? Oh no, there it is. Okay, so in Play Store we can search for application called Streamio. There we go. It's this one right over here. What this is a application that allows you to, well, not only, but this is like how they're kind of circumventing DMCA strikes. It allows you to sign in to any of these streaming platforms like HBO, Disney, Netflix, and so on through this application and watch content from those other platforms on here. So you have one application to basically use for every streaming platform at once. It also allows for plugins such as Torrentio, which completely removes the need to pay for content, but that is piracy at that point. But here, by signing into platforms that you do have a subscription with and viewing this content through this Streamio application, Streamio, as far as I can tell, allows you to capture screenshots and record screens. So I don't know if this doesn't change if you sign in to Netflix or something like that and try to view content from there, but just to show you, because I do have it without signed in any kind of option, like any platforms, I can just capture it. Doesn't block me. So you could potentially use that, and that would most likely be the most safe kind of way to do it, assuming when you sign into something like Netflix, you can still capture the show that you'd want to, for instance. So anyway, that basically sums it up. I do hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.